Hi there. Question 8. A teacher demonstrates the following experiment. We've got potassium permanganate, which is a really good oxidizer, and it releases oxygen. And it's being heated, and we've got a strip of metal that's being heated, and because it's in oxygen, it'll glow brightly or if it's reactive, and the more reactive it is, the more brightly it will glow. And we've got a results table here with silver, copper and zinc. Silver the least reactive, then copper and then zinc. And it says describe what would happen if the experiment was repeated using magnesium. And on the side here I've got the data book, and you can see the order of reactivity of the metals, and you can see that magnesium is higher up than zinc, so it's more reactive, so it will glow more brightly. And that is in fact what it says in the markers guidelines. Glows brighter than zinc. I shall just write in. Glows brighter than zinc. The teacher repeats the experiment using copper powder. State the effect this would have on the rate of the reaction between copper and oxygen. It would speed it up. Speed up the rate of the reaction. We'll have a look at the markers guidelines as well. Rate of the reaction. Because the smaller the particles, the faster the reaction. Yeah. Well, what did it say you get 0 marks for? 0 marks for it takes less time on its own. Ah, right. So you have to say faster. Magnesium also reacts with steam to produce magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Identify the substance which is being oxidized. Well, it's the magnesium. Using the old-fashioned meaning of the word oxidized, as in something is oxidized when it's combined with oxygen, you can see immediately that it's the magnesium. But using the new definition, oil rig, oxidation is loss, you can see that the magnesium, which used to have electrons in its outer shell, loses those electrons, and the oxygen takes the electrons. Therefore, the magnesium has been oxidized because it has lost some of its electrons. I always think of oxygen as being greedy, like a greedy woman who's always trying to find a husband that's got spare electrons or spare money, is how I think of it in my head. I saw this little cartoon once where oxygen was talking to some hydrogens, and oxygen said, come and live with me, and we can share our electrons. And share was in inverted commas, and the little hydrogens are going, why share in inverted commas? And that is because oxygen sort of grabs all the electrons to itself. This is what water looks like. O H O. It is polar covalent, so presumably it's sort of partly sharing, but mostly all of the electrons are up this side, and this end of the molecule is positive, because the oxygen grabs all the electrons to itself because it's greedy. I know it doesn't make any sense, but that's the way I think of it. Anyway, it's the magnesium that gets oxidized because it gets combined with the oxygen. That's the end of the question. Thanks for watching. Bye.